Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game. Today, we're taking a look at the Timur. This was a prize ship in the Collective series. It was the first month of the Collective. It's a prize ship. Now, what a Vulcan's doing in a Borg prize ship or a Borg-themed event, I have no idea, but it's here. The Timur is this little Surak class. It's a 2-1-4-3, very durable. With accrued double tech slots. You're paying 20 points. Spud says you should be paying 16. I even think that's a bit much, but it is durable. Whenever you initiate an attack, you may disable one of your non-disabled tech upgrades to add +1 attack die. Now, there is stuff you can do with this, but for the most part, it's really tough because you're then spending an action to re-enable your tech, which is essentially spend an action to get an extra attack die. And then you don't have quality and all the things that I harp on over and over and over again. And I'm just left going, this is not a good named ability. So, what is good about this ship? You get 180. You can run a combat vessel variant, the new one from Live Long and Prosper. And that gets you a 3 for your attack. And that's decent. And you don't have to do a whole lot more than that to be decent and annoying, especially in a swarm formation. Now, the more ships you can throw out there, the better, but I'm still wanting to run Dakirs over Suraks. Maneuver dial, meh. Generic, lose a tech slot, 18 points again. Spud says, should be repriced. Why it wasn't repriced in Live Long and Prosper, I don't know. We got an Intrepid instead, or a Constitution. We got the Intrepid instead of a Surak. 2142. Again, decently durable, but not enough to pack enough of a punch. Captain Vanek. All of your Vulcan and Federation tech upgrades cost 2 less points. I like Vanek in very situational builds. He's a very mission-specific captain. He does discount a lot, but you also have to find ways to put extra tech on your ship. Something like a systems upgrade. There's like an EMH, I think, that adds a tech slot. Basically anything that can add a tech slot is helpful if you can then put it on, because you're getting a lot of discounts. That being said, Vanek still is giving you a bunch of discounts, but he's not providing you anything after that other than skill 5, which is fine, but a lot of captains are going to outskill you, meaning you're going to get shot at first. And is that really what you want? Is that really going to help you in the game? No, you're probably going to end up being removed from the board before you are successful. Now, your tech can help with that. I will say Vanek was a nice pick back in the warp jump days because skill 5 was good, and 2-point warp jumps, very, very, very handy. Diplomacy as an action. You can discard this card, target one enemy ship within range 1 to 3, discard all tokens from beside your ship and the target ship, except for auxiliary power tokens. Both your ship and the target ship cannot attack or be attacked this round. Diplomacy is kind of fun to put on a Surak class because you say, okay, look, I don't need to attack with 2 dice. No, who cares about that? But you, Mr. Scimitar, you also don't get to attack. No, it's fine, I don't get to attack you. And that's mildly annoying, but it's more annoying that you don't get to attack. And probably you had a range 1 attack. And yeah, sure, it's an action, but it's really a jab and going, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, diplomacy is anything but nice. It is, kind of the condescending way that the Vulcans were in Enterprise. They just kind of said, yes, we are here, we are logical, we are here to resolve everything peacefully. And you go, yeah, right. Yeah, that's diplomacy in a nutshell. I like the card. You got to figure out how to use it strategically, but certainly, if you have the advantage in numbers, diplomacy is a big key. And I'll say this: if you are behind in numbers, if it's like 1-on-3, yeah, the fact that your ship can't be attacked, it doesn't say that the target ship cannot attack your ship. It's your ship cannot be attacked. So in something like the Kobayashi Maru, diplomacy just shuts it down. You have a round of not being attacked. Yeah, it's solid to me. We get a combat vessel variant. This is 6 points. You get +1 to your primary weapon and hull values. And in addition, if you reveal 4 straight, you can perform a 5 straight. Now, if you do that, you get an Ox Power token, but you get to go faster. If you're in a mission where you need to go fast, you need to get to a goal, and you got to run a Surok class for some reason, I don't know, somebody's paying you to do it, then by all means, go for it. But 6 points, really tough sell. I think the new one from Live Long and Prosper that just gives you +1 to your primary weapon for 2 points, that's pretty good. There's a 5-point one that gives you +1 to your primary weapon and hull value, also gives you a weapon slot. That's also probably better than this, unless you really gotta go fast. Then we have a Tractor Beam. It's 2 points. If you're attacked at range 1, you may disable this card to force the attacking ship to reroll up to 2 attack dice of your choice. I like it. There's another one that'll come out later. It's 1 point for 1 die. I think I probably like that more, but you know what? 2 dice might save your bacon too. And yeah, I like these Tractor Beams. You can actually run multiples of these because they never say that you can't. Tractor Beams are a nice include with the Timur because you can disable them for the extra attack if you're not going to be attacked in a round. If you really got to have the extra attack dice. So it gives you an option, which I think can be helpful. And then the last card in this pack is Koss. Koss had a long history in the game as like an auto include on your big dreadnought ship. While Koss is on your ship, none of your other upgrades can be affected by your opponents. Discard this card immediately after it protects another upgrade card. The fact that Koss is just a shield. And when there was no point limit on ships, Koss was an auto include. You found a crew slot for him. Didn't matter. He's cheap. He protects. Now, I think his time is not as necessary unless you're in a heavy disruption meta. Then you want to find a reason, a time to put Koss back on. It probably means that Koss will be removed before the game starts because Koth or Gen Cisco will take Koss out, but he will have done his job. He'll keep other cards alive and well. Overall, I like the pack. Diplomacy is really good. Koss has some play. Vanek, useful. I don't like the ships at all. But I think this is one that has unique cards that accomplish good functions. So that being said, if people have multiples of this pack, you should be able to acquire those unique cards at hopefully a less than hyper cost. Tractor Beam is good, but not necessary. Combat Vessel variant, it is what it is. So overall, I consider the pack middling. It does feel Vulcan-ish to me. There's disruption. There's annoyance. It's governed by a lot of things. I do think a lot of the cards help the Logic Live Long and Prosper faction pack. This pack is by no means absolutely necessary to be competitive with Vulcan, but I do think some of the cards help, especially Diplomacy. So that's my take. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.